So the new year always represents that fresh start, so it's no wonder so many of us choose January 1st to set some new career goals or personal objectives. But the truth is, are you going to really stick with them, or by March, will you have totally forgotten about them? Joining us now with 5 tips to actually achieve our goals, Heather Monahan, our career expert. Thank you for being here. Let's start with just your first tip. It's being specific. What's that all about?
Yeah, those that deal in specifics seldom fail, and those that deal in generalities seldom succeed. That's a general rule. So a good example is years ago I used to say, I'm going to get involved in charity work in the new year. Failure. It's not going to happen.
Right.
But instead now I say, I'm committing to the city or charity 3 hours per week, and I'm going to help them raise funds. And that really does happen.
Oh, see, that's a great tip. Okay, so what about keeping your resolutions top of mind? How do you do that?
Okay, some people get very aggressive with this idea and actually write out their New Year's resolutions on the mirror so that every morning when you go in to see your face, you're confronted with what you're trying to achieve. I'm a little bit more subtle than that, so I put reminders in my phone and my computer, and each week it just auto-populates and it reminds you, oh my gosh, I've got to get back on this again.
Yeah, that little ding. Hey, you're still doing this, right? Okay, good. What about being accountable? I mean, you're making a promise to yourself. How do you do that?
Yeah, well, it's never easy when you're making a promise to yourself because life comes up and you get busy and things happen. But when you employ somebody else, a friend, a spouse, a teammate to work with you, you're holding them accountable to their resolutions and they're going to hold you accountable. You meet weekly on the phone, monthly in person, and you really feel that pressure to do a good job for them and by them.
Okay, very good. Okay, so tip number 4, which I've forgotten at this point. Let's see here.
Well, we've got SMART goals. So
yes.
SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely.
Okay, good.
And a good example of that would be you want to say, I want to lose 12 pounds in the new year. It's specific, it's got a number. It's measurable, we can weigh in. It's attainable and realistic. Anyone could lose 12 pounds, and it's timely. You've got an end date on it.
Very good. Okay, so we have about a minute left here. You say failing to plan is planning to fail. So how do we actually go about planning for something like you mentioned, losing 12 pounds?
Right, so we need to actually build out a roadmap. So if you want to lose 12 pounds, we need to write down how many calories will you take in a day, what types of food are you going to eat, how many days a week will you commit to working out, what does that workout look like, and really get into that roadmap and have it written down so that you can defer to it.
And honestly, if it comes to March and those old resolutions aren't working, you can make new goals at any time of the year and use these principles clearly in your job or in your personal life.
You can, but let's not give up on these new ones that we're heading into today, and let's commit to actually delivering on them so that you have a chance to.
Definitely. Tell yourself you can do this.
That's right.
Okay. Thank you so much. These are great tips.